What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Common Sense Logic. I'm Ronnie.
Welcome back, YouTube. I'm Caesar.
Yeah, I hope you guys had a great long weekend.
Happy Labor Day weekend.
That's right. We were going to do the show yesterday, but because of the Labor Day weekend, we decided not to do it, right?
Right, yeah, we acknowledge the holiday, man.
Well, he did. I wanted to do it, but props to him. He wanted to keep it, no labor.
Yeah, respect the laborers,
Respect the labor, right? No labor at all. So he actually celebrated the Sabbath, as we say in the Christian way. He didn't do no labor yesterday at all. Good for him, man. Good for him.
Little housework.
Give me props for that, man.
Little housework, but nothing laborious.
There you go. So what's up, man? You want to talk about the most hot stuff right now? There's a lot of things going on political right now.
There is, yeah. There's a lot going on. What's the hottest topic out there right now?
A lot. It's always with Trump and the Democrats and all that. But one of the good things that I want to talk about is the executive order that he's trying to sign, or he did sign, but they're trying to pass in regards to burning the flag.
Okay, burning the flag. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah. So he's trying to make it a law.
Yeah.
To not be able for anybody not to be able to burn the flag. As we all know, that's very disrespectful, right?
Yes, it is disrespectful. A lot of people are going to counter that with the freedom of speech and all that jazz, the Constitution, which I'm not too savvy on the Constitution, but we'll discuss it.
Yeah, they're already doing that, and he's saying that he wants whoever gets caught burning the flag, they're going to be sent to prison for a year.
Okay.
I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I'm 100% behind that.
Yeah, I think it's disrespectful and it shouldn't be done. But like I said, it goes back to the freedom of speech, Constitution. Like I said, I don't know too much. I've never read up on the Constitution, and people are falling back. All of a sudden, everybody's experts on the Constitution. So
yeah, well,
what do you know about that? As far as, does it fall under the freedom of speech? Where exactly we're at with that?
It does, but it depends on the way you see it, right? Because the Supreme Court back in I think it was 1984, Johnson versus Texas, some guy burned the flag, right?
Okay.
And they wanted to imprison him because of that, but he challenged it and he said, "Hey, that's my freedom of speech."
Yes.
You know what I mean? It falls within. So the court took a look at it and decided with him.
Okay.
So they made it legal to burn the flag.
Got it.
And that's where we're at right now.
And they made it legal because they fell back on the Constitution. Is that what it was?
Right.
Okay.
And the free speech amendment.
Right. Okay.
So that's where we're at right now. And Trump is trying to sign that executive order to bring it back to where it's going to be illegal to burn the flag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because in my eyes, it should be. Right.
Yeah.
So looking at the freedom of speech amendment, all right, that's a simple one, guys. Common sense and logic. It's right there in the wording, right?
Mm-hmm.
The words freedom of speech. Burning the flag is not speech.
It's not spoken, so it's
that's an action.
Yeah. So they're interpreting speech with the burning of the flag, and yeah, it doesn't make sense. That's common sense that it's not speech. But I guess body language or action, they think they say it is a speech or whatever, that it is speech.
Yeah, well, first off, let's take out the Supreme Court, because I know everybody's going to argue about that. That's the Supreme Court is the one that made it this way. Well, like I said, Trump is trying to reverse that. So let's put those two aside and use our common sense and logic. Like I said, it's freedom of speech, not freedom of action. When you're burning the flag, you're doing an action.
Right.
So if you don't stop that, where's it going to stop?
Yeah, where's the line? Yeah, it'll be a gray area if they go with that. Where do you draw the line? Yeah.
Right. I mean,
it should be black and white. Speech is speech. That's a word we all know. Speech is spoken.
Right. I mean, if we're going to go and protest, right, that's freedom of speech, right?
If
we're out there just speaking, right, against the government, whoever, right? But then as soon as I do something to like I don't know, public property, right?
Yeah.
Or government property, which is our property, which is public property.
Right.
As soon as we, you know, do some kind of damage to anything like that, that's already in action.
Correct.
So again, burning the flag, it's an action. I don't care how you slice it up. You're doing more of an action than speaking out.
Correct.
When you burn the flag, when you step on it, when you throw it, when you piss on it,
Right.
all that
Right.
doesn't go hand in hand with freedom of speech.
I agree. I mean, don't get me wrong. I agree. I think, yeah, there should be a law where you're not allowed to burn the flag, like you said, piss on it, spit on it, whatever. Because then it falls into an action.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
because like I said, if we don't stop that, which we saw, right? We haven't stopped that, right? Until now, Trump is trying to do that. Look at the other actions that they did. Every single time they protest, they create a lot of damage. They cause a lot of damage.
Property damage. Yes, they burn down businesses,
Cop cars.
innocent bystander cars, what
Yeah.
have you. You know.
So I mean, if you're gonna say that's freedom of speech, burning the flag, then you could essentially
Say all that is
say all that
speech,
is freedom of speech too, right?
Right.
So
right.
that's why you have to draw the line somewhere, and I hope they do pass that, so all this madness comes
Yeah.
to a stop.
So we're all in agreement. In the Constitution, there is a freedom of speech.
Right.
What we're arguing is the actual speech, spoken. You have the right to speak your mind, speak against government. But when it comes to action, like the burning of the flag or whatever, damaging the flag, that falls into an action. So
Yeah, it falls into an action. So
and that's common sense right there.
because right, common sense. If you're out there protesting, and I come up to you, right, and I counter protest whatever it is you're protesting, and we get into a little argument, and I shove you, I push you, or maybe even punch you.
Yeah,
Why
those
can't
are
that be freedom of speech? I bet you guys are gonna, the ones that are siding with the freedom of speech, that could be anything, of burning the flag and all that. You guys are gonna cry wolf right there at that time, and you guys
Right.
are gonna call the cops on me, right?
yeah, exactly. Like for instance, action. You have the right. If you had the right to burn the flag, I have the right to stomp your ass. Where do we draw the line?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. It's a fine line, but it's so obvious. Freedom of speech.
Yes.
Repeat that a couple of times until you get it.
Yeah.
It's not freedom of actions. So for those of you that are gonna, try to hide behind that's freedom of speech, then you guys are gonna start something. You guys are gonna create something more massive, to where, kind of like the example that I gave, that we're gonna go and counter protest you guys and suck you up.
Stomp your ass or stomping the flag. I mean,
Uh,
it's all action, right?
This is freedom of speech. You get it? We're not gonna actually act on it. This is freedom of speech.
Yeah, we're just speaking our mind. We're giving you our what we think about it. And I agree. There should be a law against the burning of the flag, what have you. Disrespecting it pretty much.
Yeah. So I'm really hoping that he does get that done, and all these people that are gonna be burning the flag, I hope you guys go to jail for that. Simple as that.
Yeah, that'll probably put an end to it. It should put an end to it. Because you're gonna face some time.
Because
And then would it fall under a misdemeanor, or would it fall under what do you call it, the felony?
that's something that they're gonna have to look at. Man.
Okay.
It could be a felony, it could be a misdemeanor. You know what I mean? But the fact that people are gonna be thrown in jail for that, I think it was gonna put it to a stop.
I agree. It's a good idea. I think like the people that are going to counter, they're going to fall back to the Constitution and talk about freedom of speech. But that's what we're discussing. The common sense part, freedom of speech. Speech being the key word. It's spoken, right?
Yeah.
Are we all in agreement with that?
And
I'm
remember,
sure we are.
that was an amendment to the Constitution.
Correct.
So the judges got together and they interpreted that way. They agreed on it, that they interpreted burning the flag an action. It coexists with freedom of speech.
Yes.
But common sense and logic says it's not. Like, I understand you guys are gonna say the judges know more than you and all that. Well, yeah, they probably do, because they went to college and they graduated and all that. That doesn't mean that they necessarily know better than us, because we're using our common sense and logic. And like I told you guys from the beginning, man, common sense and logic could defeat anything, right?
Correct.
So use your common sense and logic. Again, freedom of speech, it doesn't have nothing to do with any sort of action.
Correct.
So once you do an action, it's no longer freedom of speech.
Correct. Yeah, because if it is, if you want to keep it that way, as far as that action being freedom of speech, if you have the right to burn the flag, anybody has the right to stomp your ass for doing that. So
That's right. So that's what's going on right now. So I hope that they pass that, and we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, let's avoid the violence. let's avoid the
Yeah.
let's avoid the violence. We don't want to stomp your ass for stomping the flag.
Yeah, I mean, we don't want to cause any division amongst each other, but if it goes that route, then that's fine. Because look, I like people that respect America and love America around me, not people that disrespect this country. I don't care where you're from. I don't care if you're born here. I don't care if you're like 10 generations back and you've been here. If you hate America, you shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
It all boils down to that. And people that burn the American flag, essentially that's what they're communicating.
That they hate America. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. If you're protesting something, why not burn something that's the as far as what you actually hate? Because I don't think you hate America. You're just doing that as a protest, which doesn't make sense to me. For instance, you're mad about something else. Why not burn that other thing? You know?
Well, they did. Remember, they started burning Teslas.
Okay.
I mean,
they were mad, but they were mad at the owner of Elon Musk. So they associated his vehicles with Elon, so they burned down or burned up the Teslas, what have you.
And they went to jail. The ones that got caught, they went to jail.
Yeah, now that wasn't freedom of speech, right? That was freedom of speech.
So you gotta, ask these Supreme Court, like, how is it that they see that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, anything that you cause damage to should not be.
But then I think they're gonna say, there's also a counter to that. They're probably gonna say, like with the flag, it's their own flag. They bought the flag and they're burning it. With the Teslas, it was somebody else's property. How do we?
It doesn't matter though. It's a symbol of America.
Okay,
so it's as simple as that.
Symbol.
It's a symbol of why you're here. You know what I mean? So, again, we go back to, we spoke about this right in our first video, I think. Go to any other country. Yeah. I think there's only a few countries that allow for the flags to be burnt where there's a protest. But look who's doing it. Look who allows it. Canada, Australia, I think the UK, Britain. Those are freaking countries that other people have already taken over.
Yeah, it's definitely countries that are.
But strong, standing countries like the USA, Mexico, Central America. There's a lot of countries that do not allow that.
Oh yeah, and as corrupt as Mexico is, yeah, they don't allow you to desecrate or disrespect the flag at all.
You get jail time and a fine. So
correct.
Yeah, I'm all 100% on this, man, with Trump. So
yeah, I agree. I'm with it, man. Yeah, we're gonna hear back from all these experts, suddenly experts on the Constitution or what have you. But hey, we're just using our common sense here. I mean, freedom of speech.
Think about it. When you, like, let's say we love the American flag, right? And when we see you burning the American flag, guess what you're saying? You're communicating to us that you hate us.
Correct.
And that's what it boils down to, man. You hate us. Not only are you burning, because that's our property too, whether you bought it or not. That's our property. That's government stuff. Anything that's government, essentially, government property. It's almost like money. You can't really destroy money. You could get in major problem
if it's your money.
Even if it's your money, you can't destroy that. There's certain things. The bald eagle. Yeah. You can't really do anything with that animal, dude, because it symbolizes America.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got to think about all this stuff.
It's a symbol. Put it this way: it's a symbol of freedom, right? The United States of America flag.
Yeah.
It's a symbol of freedom. So what you're essentially doing when you're burning the flag, you're saying you're burning freedom. Yeah, you're burning freedom. So you're
making no sense.
Contradictory to what you're actually trying to do, I think.
Yeah. So I know again, you guys are gonna go behind the Supreme Court, but again, it was an amendment that hopefully they could reverse out and make it a law that you guys cannot disrespect the flag that way, in any
Correct.
way, in any way.
People must make mistakes in the past. The Supreme Court might have made a mistake back then when they passed that law. So
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
so Trump's
especially
just trying
now.
to change it now.
Yeah, yeah. So I hope that happens, and that's that, man.
I agree. What do you guys think out there? You guys okay with burning of the flag, burning of the symbol of where you live? I'm not.
Well, if you guys gonna make any comments or somehow communicate with us that you're okay with that, then at least give us your common sense and logic as to why you guys think you're cool with that. And I've heard people from the military too coming out saying that they're okay with it because that's what they fought for. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
not only that, you're when you burn the flag, you're also disrespecting the military. In my opinion.
And like I was saying, there's a few, very few military men that have come out and say that they're okay with people burning the American flag.
Okay.
There's very few of those.
Because they fought for the right for them to do that.
They fought for our freedom. But I got something to say about that, but I'm not going to do it on this video. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to do it later because I love the military and I have a lot of respect for these guys. So I'm going to have to communicate with a few of them and see what they think about my common sense and logic. And I'm going to give you a little hint of what I'm going to be talking about. For the ones that say that, they went and fought for our freedom, I've been looking at history, man. I've never seen the U.S. get invaded to where they were going to take our freedom. I mean, all the wars that we've had in the past, we've been going to other countries to back them up.
Right.
It has nothing to do with our freedom over here. So I have to talk to them to see what they mean by that. Because again, I don't want to disrespect them.
Yeah.
I love them. I don't want to, I don't want to make it seem like they didn't do anything. They've done a lot. They're superheroes to me. You know what I mean? But for the few that say, yeah, you know what? Hey, we fought for your freedom. You can do whatever you want. I kind of disagree with that.
Okay, we'll leave that there and talk about it in a future episode. Is what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
All right, so I guess that's it for now, man.
Yeah, that's it. Leave some feedback, comments. What do you guys think? Yeah, man, you guys know where we stand.
That's right. Go ahead and drop the comments and give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. We're out here just doing this like a kind of like a little hobby for us, but hopefully, from what it looks like, we're not getting any challenges. So,
right.
In my eyes, that's telling me that we're doing a good job, man.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to, because we're not giving you our opinion, right? We're giving you our common sense, and I think that that's working. And I'm telling you guys, if you all use our common sense and logic, we could all line it up, and we're gonna agree to more things that you think that we don't, in a good way.
More agreement than disagreement.
Yeah. Nothing about you're wrong and you're right. It's not about that. It's common sense and logic. Common sense and logic could fix all that and bring us all together.
Yeah, just use your noggin. Use your God-given brain.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so I guess we'll see you guys in the next one.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one, guys.
Thank you so much. And remember, common sense and logic. If you have it, use it. If you don't, keep coming back until you get it.
There you go.
Love you guys.
Check you guys out.